Hey everybody, Thomas here. This is day 2 of dealing with our septic, and I've done the one thing I wanted to do yesterday was actually remove this, but I had to make sure I had the tank pumped down where I could do that. We did get a little bit of rain last night, but it's not too bad. That's totally manageable to work with and everything. Also, I did run that Robix through the system, and I did see drainage occurring here. That's all really good stuff. The thing that I did see that was kind of troublesome, if you will, was when I was digging out this section here to remove that piece right there. Sorry about the shadows. I did see, I've got a large, like a root mat that was all underneath the pipe. I mean, it is all underneath that pipe. So what I'm gonna do, and you can also see there's some sludge buildup in there. That's a biomat material that we're talking about. And I think it's being held in place. Yeah, there, dog. Come on. I think it's being held in place by those roots coming in the bottom. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and clean out this section right here. But I'm first gonna level out my ground here because I am gonna be getting water here. And what I think we're gonna do, rather than deal with this traditional type of pipe, did a lot of research and I was kind of torn on what I was gonna do in this, but we're gonna go with a septic chamber system, because a chamber system has a lot more capacity and a lot more volume per linear feet. If I can put two side by side right here at, let's see, almost 24 foot long each, that will greatly improve the capacity while we try to fight through this biomat and root stuff here. So that's my goal, is we're gonna go get those septic chambers, put 2 of them here, because also I don't need rock and stuff like that. I can fill in around them, but I am gonna need to get some more dirt because I also want to build up this hillside a little bit better. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna put on a time lapse so you can see me working with the tractor in here. But I do have, I will have a little bit of slope here. I don't think it's gonna be too much. I've got to make sure I'll measure it and everything. But I do have to level this out and then build it up slightly. Just a little bit, because I am a little bit lower than I want to be right here. But first things first, I got to do a lot of leveling, lots and lots of tractor work. So here we go. Okay folks, partway through the video, my controls started getting kind of wonky on me here, so I took off this little plate here, and what I found was one of my, you can see it just backed out of the screw hole right here, but one of my little, I don't know if you call it a mount, the gimbal mount or something like that, or anyways, ball joint, one of the ball joints pretty much came off. So I got to put this back together, make another quick little video of this for another video, but then I'll get back to digging the septic and massive roots. Okay folks, we are back up and running. It took me about 20-30 minutes to get my controls all working again, but we are good here. I'm gonna put the time lapse back on. We're gonna go ahead and continue doing this. I've also called our local hardware store, and they have these parts and stuff that I'm looking for, so we are gonna go with a chamber. We're not sure the exact brand of chamber. We're gonna go with the chamber design. We're gonna probably put 2 sets of chambers. I gotta measure between here, make sure I have enough room to do 2 sets, and that should give us the appropriate, capacity and volume to make sure that we do not have an issue again. So without further ado, and also then I'm gonna go ahead and clean out those lines too. So we'll have those lines back up and running, plus 2 new lines here. We should not have an issue again. It'll give more capacity to the system. Stay tuned. right, a good spot right here. I've got clean water coming out of there. I've cleaned out that one as well. Got clean water running. We got rid of a lot of roots. Got a little bit of effluent down there and everything. Not a whole lot, but we did have some clogging going on definitely right here. I'm waiting to see that line fill up, and it probably won't do much until I put a little cap on this. So I'm gonna make sure I get that line kind of filled up and see if we can wash it through. I'm gonna see if I can also install some kind of washout system or something. I think that will definitely help in the maintenance of this system after us. But yeah, I'm very happy getting clean water through here and no more roots. We did get a big root ball kind of out of this section right here. And I think that was a big thing of it. I think we had one of our legs was essentially not working. All right, let me get back to work, and then we're gonna go pick up. We're gonna do a chamber system. We're gonna do 2 chambers next to each other. I've got 10 feet wide. I think I can get 2 next to each other, and then start back filling in on that. Very much looking forward to that, getting our system running. Stay tuned. Okay, so everything's good here. The baffle's in good condition. There's really no sludge or anything inside this system. We did have it recently pumped, so that was good. But yeah, looking good. I'm gonna close this lid up. We're gonna go to the store, go get the pieces and parts that I need, and get the system back up and running, because I cannot wait. Okay folks, we ran out to Hurley Hardware, picked up our pieces here. This is the, I'm drawing a blank. This is a really good system, the one I've been watching on TV. Infiltrator. This is the Infiltrator system. I think they're 32 inches wide. I got 32 feet worth of this stuff. And also I have my end caps both forward and aft. I've got my 2 elbows, or excuse me, 1 elbow and, yeah, whew, I got scared there. 1 elbow and 2 T's. And then also I got my 2 pipes over there. So without further ado, we're gonna start installing this said system, and I cannot wait. This system is actually awesome. I've seen plenty of videos on this. I was very glad that Hurley Hardware had the system I've been watching on TV. That makes me feel a lot better. Very easy, click together kind of stuff, no tools required. Absolutely awesome. Again, I think per linear feet with this stuff, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it was like 16 gallons per linear feet of storage. And rough numbers, I mean, we're talking over 700 gallons extra of storage if the system is inundated with water. I don't think we're gonna have that issue, because now I've actually cleaned out all the crap that was in there, all the effluent and roots and stuff like that. But this right here is just an addition onto our current system, which is gonna be amazing. This is gonna give the system, I mean, there could be a lot more people living here if they needed to. So very excited, because I don't have to do rock. This system will allow water to seep in through the bottom into the groundwater supply, if you will, and then also allows it to come out through the sides, and you don't have to worry about dirt. They've got these things where they're angled down. Things won't really fill in there. So very cool. Cannot wait to install this. I'm very happy they had the one I've been watching on YouTube. Stay tuned. Okay, so leveling this out was kind of difficult, and I actually had to dig out a little bit more here to give me some room here. We are, I think, 12 foot wide and almost 20 foot long. And I'm gonna make my runs 16 feet long. So I get a little bit of room on both sides, and I'm gonna space them out between them. I'll bring the south, or not the south, it'd be the east side. I'll bring one as far over this way and one far as that way, leave some space in between. But I have a very large area here, leveled out pretty well. And I've already started connecting my pipe and everything. Actually didn't have to cut anything. I was able to pop the other joint off, so that worked out really well. And now we can start adding on what we need. Okay, so those went in very well, and I didn't show on video, but I just checked the level. There is a drop from forward to back of about, it's about 3.5, 4 inches on that one, and this one's a little bit better. That one, the last one, does drop a little bit towards the back there. I was getting to a kind of a soft spot, but the rest of, I mean, this one right here, maybe like 2 inches or something like that, so I'm pretty happy with that. That one there, it just starts off a little bit high right here and goes down. But again, I think that's fine because I still have the rest of the system here. This is just an addition onto the system, and I think it looks pretty good. Now I've got to start, well, first things first, I gotta connect these. I'm also gonna come back, I am gonna put in like little drywall screws for the end caps and everything, and I might just do a few here and there. I don't really need to, but I don't know, I might just put a few in there just so whenever I'm putting dirt on it, they don't disconnect or something like that. But really, if they disconnect, it's whatever. Anyway, yeah, so now I just got to do the last bit of this pipe. I was trying to see if I can get this one run to make it all the way there. I'm going to do just a little bit of a dog leg there, but I actually might be able to do that with the elbow. I'll have to see, so we shall see. I'm going to throw on something. I probably won't show the connection of this because it's kind of simple and easy. I'll do a time lapse of whenever I add the soil back onto it. And the good thing is that I have a lot of soil that I did take out here and everything. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, for a front end loader of a tractor, that's a pretty good little dugout area. That's pretty good. I'm very happy. I have about 1.5 to 2 foot of, you know, on each side, and about the same thing in the middle, front and back. That's a pretty dang good rectangle. And it just, thank goodness our ground here is so soft, and it's like a sandy clay type soil, so this is gonna be perfect for this type system because it should leach in just absolutely perfectly well. And the good thing is it's based on the height of these pipes and everything. I was worried, I'm like, crap, I'm pretty deep here, but really it's to the inlet on this is where actually you have to be level to. So I have a slight slope on this pipe right here, and there's a slight height difference between these. Each of my lines should be pretty dang close. I don't think one's gonna see, you know, more than the other. So I'm happy. So let's go ahead and finish the job up because, yeah, kids gotta take a bath. All right. Okay, folks, everything is fully installed. I've got all my piping done, and I put a little geocloth on this side because this is the side that the roots were coming from. Now, I did remove a lot of roots here, but there's still always the threat of roots. And I've got, as you can see, I use the old clay pipes. Well, maybe you can't see. I got the old clay pipes underneath of the pipe where it is currently. So when I'm putting dirt on here, I'm not gonna hurt it. I'm gonna slowly, I've already started, I put dirt on top of the chambers themselves, and it's kind of like a clay sand, and it's kind of wet right now. So I put that on there, holding it in place. I'm gonna gently start to push everything in with the tractor, and I'm also gonna try to remove some of the roots and stuff out of there. The good thing is we had a really, really windy night last night, as well as today's been windy. So all the soil that I removed that was wet has dried out pretty well. I'm probably gonna start on that side, push that piece in, then come over here and slowly work around my pipe. And I'll probably have to do a lot of this with a shovel, and then start filling in where I can. I don't want to drive on this right away. Really don't want to drive on this at all, so I'm not going to. And now I have good, you know, I have a very good idea where everything is. I also had the one section there where the rocks were. I put a little bit of geocloth there just so we don't get any more clay or any dirt to filter into those rocks and clog that up. But overall, very impressed with the system. I've got my slope pretty well. I got one little low spot right here, but everything else is sloped perfect. So I'm very happy with that. And now just the process of backfilling. So, yep, wish me luck. I'm gonna put on a time lapse, and hopefully my battery will last. Look at that dog, she's sleeping on the dang hillside. Out of the wind, in the sun. Sad, I'm about to have to wake her up. But all right, let me put on a time lapse, and we'll complete this install and get her running. Folks, I'm done for today. The phone actually died partway through that time lapse, and that's fine. I went ahead and finished up a lot of shovel work and stuff like that. Tomorrow I'm going to get out here with the side-by-side and a fence and some boards and stuff like that. I'm going to pull over all this stuff and see if we can level off this whole section right here, and then get some seed and whatnot out here, see if we can get something growing. Total cost of the job, I'll talk about at the end, but right now I'm sitting about $640 to do the total job, and that's for the chambers, the pipe, the glue, and I'm sure there was something else in there too. But so $640 to add essentially 700 plus gallons of extra capacity and, you know, more capability to our septic system. Yeah, what a day. I'm pretty tired. I finished just in time. I gotta go to our kids blue and gold Boy Scout or Scouts meet and everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and conclude this for today and tomorrow. Okay, so this is the last day. Essentially what we're doing right now, we got Tommy out there with a cow panel. Even if you could take a fun thing and turn it to a job, the kids do really well. So what he's doing, he's getting where I can't get the tractor and kind of leveling this out. So I know where my high and low spots are. The good thing is that thing right there is breaking up all of those hard dirt clods and actually doing a pretty dang good job. And with that thing not being so heavy, I'm not worried about it, you know, quote unquote hurting the septic lines, but it's doing a pretty good job. I know where I definitely have to fill in now. That's good. Yeah, just trying to get everything cleaned up, then we'll get this thing seeded and go on from there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll do an update before we move on, you know, how well is the system working. I'll actually open up the lid and everything and make sure everything's draining down as it should. But I'm overall impressed with the Infiltrator system and how easy it went together and how I was able to do it with the tractor. So again, please like, subscribe. We'll see you around. Hope someone thought this a little bit interesting. Go from there.